All right, folks, this is John Oakes here with Hankster's Hot Rods, and today, again, we're coming at you with another new addition to our inventory, this being a 1963 Chevrolet Impala SS. Now, we don't get these cars too often, so when we do, it's kind of special here. This is a very nice car, and it is, as I mentioned, a real SS car here. So as you can see, our 63 Impala SS here is done in this real nice red exterior color here. The paint all the way around, and you can look as we kind of walk around the car, is all in really good shape. All of our emblems, badging, all the trim pieces, as you'll notice as we're walking around, are all in good shape. Panel fitment, alignment, elevations, all that stuff is all very, very nice for a 1963 Impala. Again, this is a big car. There's a lot of big body panels on it. Metal's nice and straight. Again, just a real nice, good looking overall car here. So as you can tell, this car here, it's got all of the necessary cladding on it, all the trim that would have came with it from the factory. You see your trim down the sides. You're starting at your front fender, all the way back along the door here, and all the way back the quarter panel. Now at the back of the quarter panel, you'll notice it is the correct stuff. It does have the Impala, and we've got our Impala SS badging up here at the top of the quarter panel. You'll see the nice bright work around the gas tank door here. That's all in good shape. And again, all of your trim around the top, around the windows, the rain gutters, all of your trim around each window, your mirrors, your door handle, all of that is in very nice shape. There's no pitting, no marks whatsoever really to speak of. The glass in your mirror is good, and even the glass in your windows, your wing window, your regular driver's side window, and again your quarter window here, all in great shape on this car. Again, you have the trim up on that front fender as well as your crossfags, emblems. And as far as the stance, the wheels and tires on this car, you'll notice we do have 14-inch painted steel wheels here, all four corners the same size, 14-inch, along with your hubcaps there with the bow tie logos on them. And as far as the tires go, these are all going to be Cobra Radial GTs, all the same size too, and these are 215/70 R14 tires. Tread is in great shape on these tires. Let's go ahead and open our door up, take a look at our interior. Again, this interior in this car, for as big as the car is, for as old as it is, this thing really looks good inside. You've got factory dash and instrumentation in there, which include your speedo, fuel gauge, clock up in the dash. You also have the factory tack there on your dash as well. You have an AM radio, and then down below you'll notice there are 3 extra gauges in there. Those are going to be your water temperature, oil pressure, and voltmeter. You also have the 4-speed car here, 4-speed center console, along with the Impala SS badging there as well. You can see all of the upholstery, the seats, the floors, the carpeting, the headliner, door panels, armrest. All of this is in very, very good condition. You don't really see any rips, tears, or cracking in any of it from any wear. Looks like it's been taken care of very well through the years. And all of your weather stripping and door bumpers are all there and all in good shape. We'll close this up. Again, the door shuts nice and easy. Your gaps and alignment, all very nice. That allows for that door to close as easy as what it does. As we come around the back side of the car here, again, we've already gone over the emblems and badging back here. You'll get to the tail panel of the car. And again, you have this nice tail panel here with those tri-lights back here for your tail lights. All those lenses, those are all in great shape. There's no chips or cracks in any of the lenses. The chrome on all the bumper, I would say this is all original chrome, and it looks still to be in great shape. Again, nice and shiny here, no pitting or anything like that. Again, it does look like it's maybe a little older and like it's the original, but again, you don't have any pitting whatsoever. Big trunk on this car here. Your trunk lid has all the necessary trim. Got your badging up here too on the trunk. All of your gaps around that trunk. You can see how nice that trunk fits. You can see the rear glass is in great shape, along with all the trim and molding around that window as well. Now, before we move on, we're going to go ahead and open our trunk up so we can see what the condition of the inside looks like. So let's do that. So obviously you can see the key does work the trunk latch pops and everything. The underside of your trunk lid here, all done in that red paint too, same as the exterior of the car. You can see all of your weather stripping all the way around this big trunk here, all in great shape, no rips or tears. The floor of the trunk is in great condition here. You even have your spare tire mounted up there as well. And then you can see it's painted with the trunk spackle paint there. Your rain gutters even too in the sides here. Those are all in great shape, good and solid all the way around on the car. We'll go ahead and close this up. Okay, shuts nice and easy. And we'll come around now to the passenger side. Again, big quarter panels on this car, super straight the whole way down the side of the car here. You'll get to your door here, and again, you'll see how well the panel fitment and alignment is here with your doors. Again, your body lines all match up all the way down, and again, your elevations and your gaps are very uniform from top to bottom, front to back, also on the door. Again, all of your moldings on the passenger side are all in great shape. As you can see, glass, same thing, in great condition on this car. Door handle, again, no pitting there at all. We'll go ahead and take a look from the passenger side. And again, you'll just notice again the condition of that interior. Your dash is in great shape for a 63. Carpeting, no rips, tears, or fading. The seat upholstery, there's no rips or tears in that. Seat belts, both front and rear. Like I said, everything in this car looks phenomenal for a 1963 Impala. So we'll close that door up. And we'll just continue our walk around. You've got the fender mounted antenna there for the radio. And then that brings us up to the front end of the car. So up here, this is just your traditional grille and everything, grille and headlights, sealed beam units here for your high and low beams, all of your logos and badging here on the front end of the car, your front chrome bumper here. The chrome on this bumper is in great condition as well, and your grille looks to be in really nice shape also. The hood itself, you can look at those gaps. Gaps are super tight on this thing and lines up great. Windshield, no cracks or chips in the windshield. And again, you've got your windshield wipers here too that are going to function just fine. And then all of your trim work around the window as well. That is all in great shape. Now, we'll go underneath the hood here to check this car out. And then we'll also talk a little bit about the drive line on this particular car. So we'll raise this up, and now we can talk about our engine and drive line. So what we have here inside this car, this is a 307 cubic inch small block Chevrolet motor. Now this obviously would not be the numbers match motor. Very stout running. The exhaust system on this car gives it a very nice sound with everything that it has there. As far as this goes, obviously you can see it's got the chrome valve covers and chrome air cleaner. It does have stock style distributor along with the stock coil. It's got your factory or stock appearing radiator here as well on the car. This is a manual brake car, so you'll notice the master cylinder back there with no booster. It is also a manual steering car also. Now, for as big as the car is, the manual steering is not that bad once you get the car rolling. As with all cars that had no power steering on them, the steering is actually really good. It's only at the point where you're sitting still that, you know, that non-power steering can sometimes, you know, make you work a little bit there. But again, very enjoyable car to drive. Now, behind our motor, we do have a Muncie M21 4-speed manual transmission that shifts very, very well. Of course, a weighted balanced drive shaft. And then to finish off the drive line, we do have the original style rear end in the car. It's an 8.2 inch ring gear with a 308 gear in it. So it's gonna, you know, it's gonna cruise around town just fine for you there as far as that goes. As far as our walk around, that's pretty much it. Now you'll notice this particular car here with a small block in it like that, you've got quite a bit of room underneath the hood. Kind of brings me to my next point here I want to go over with you. If you're seeing this video and you're thinking, well, I'd like to maybe add something to that car, I'm really interested in it, but man, for a cruiser for the summer, maybe it's going to be a little hot for you driving around to all those car shows with it. Well, we can go ahead and add in there some air conditioning for you if you'd like. There's other things that we can add on here too. It just all depends on what you, as the purchaser of this car, would want to add to it. So what I always tell everybody is, you know, hit us up with a phone call, an email, a text message, some way get a hold of us and tell us exactly what it is you'd like to see on the car there for you. We'd be more than happy to get you an estimate on that, what it would cost to install those things. No matter what it is, just hit us up, let us know. If it's something we can't do, we'll definitely let you know, but most things we will be able to do. As with all of our cars at full retail price, we do have free shipping within the contiguous 48 states. We also offer a 3-month, 3,000-mile powertrain warranty too on the car, of which you can always call and ask any of the details that you want to on that. So what we'll do here next is, as we always do, we'll get this on our lift. We'll show you the complete underside of this car, and then we'll finally fire that engine up for you and let you hear exactly what that motor sounds like. All right, everybody, we have our 1963 Chevrolet Impala Ss up on our lift now. So as we do, we're going to go through the complete underside here, go through the drive line, all of our running gear as far as the suspension, the braking, the steering. Of course, we're going to go ahead and address our floors and frames and so forth. Just show you exactly what is underneath the car here that we're looking at and see how well conditioned it's in. Starting with the drive line, we'll go through it here. I'll tell you what it is. As we go back through, obviously you'll be able to see what it all is. So we have a 307 cubic inch small block Chevrolet motor. This is not the original motor for this car, but that is what is inside of it right now. As far as the transmission, we do have a Muncie M21 4-speed manual transmission. We've got that hooked up to the original rear end for this car, all with the balanced drive shaft. Now that rear end, as I said, it's the original rear end for the car. It is an 8.2-inch ring gear in there with a 308 gear. And as I said, as we kind of go back through the car, we'll take a focus on those things a little bit more so. As far as the front end of the car goes, let's go over the suspension. It's all stock underneath here. You've got your stock upper and lower control arms on either side. We do have a sway bar on the front, and those sway bar bushings both at the frame and as well as your sway bar end links, those have all been checked and all in good shape. As far as the control arms go, your ball joints, top and bottom, as well as your control arm bushings on the top and bottom A-arms, those have all been checked and all in good condition as well. Springs, shocks, all the same thing. Everything's been checked. Everything's been operating correctly and in good condition on this car. As far as the steering on the car, it is a manual steering car. Again, it is a 1963, so that's kind of what you had back then. And then as far as the brakes on the car, we have all 4 drum brakes here, 4-wheel drum brake, and they are manual brakes as well. However, the car does stop very, very well. Wheels and tires, we're just going to finish out our running gear here. Wheels and tires, the wheels, we have the stock steel painted wheels. They're painted black, and they do have the center caps there, the kind of the dish style centers on those. And as far as the tires go, these look to be all fairly new tires, if not brand new. They are Cobra Radial GT tires, and they are 215/70/14s all the way around all 4 corners of the car. Now, the actual cross member up front, that looks good. Again, this is a 1963. Looks pretty straight underneath here. No dents or dings in the cross member. We got our oil pan here. We always want to inspect around that oil pan, make sure we don't see any leaks or drips or anything. No leaks around the gaskets that I can see of, no leaks or drips there at the drain plug either. The actual transmission, again, it's nice and dry. So at all of your connections here, everywhere that transmission comes together at, nice and dry, especially back here at the tail shaft for your input seal, that is dry as well. We do have our transmission cross member. You can see how nice and straight that is between your frame rails here. And again, your tail shaft mount is in great condition there also. Before we get too far and we can actually look up and back, you'll see the exhaust system on the car. It is a complete dual exhaust, starting with the stock exhaust manifolds up there at the engine, coming back into your duals with these tube style mufflers. That's going to give this car a real nice exhaust note. And then of course you can see it follows kind of your frame here, that X-type frame, and then goes back there, exits out between your springs back there, and then right underneath the rear quarter panels of the car. Now, as far as our rear end, as I mentioned, this is an original style rear end with the 308 gear. You can see as far as our suspension, you've got your track bar in here, or your panhard bar, some will call it. This is what's going to help locate that rear end centrally in the car laterally. It's going to keep it good and square in the car there also. You do have your control arms here, but again, those control arm bushings at both sides, the front side and the back side, are in great shape, as well as all of your shocks and your coil springs as well. This car has all the emergency brake cables all routed on it and all hooked up back to the rear drum brakes. You also have all of your fuel lines and your brake lines all routed right in through this center section here of the frame coming back. Now these you can see are the emergency brake cables. Your fuel and brake lines are over here on the other side going back. And then as we come back here, you'll see this kind of combination back here, your fuel tank area here. This is the way that these cars work. So you've got your main tank, you got your tank up here. Again, that's so that you can haul, you know, a big fuel load on the car. Your tank is in great condition. You've got your straps here on the tank. Those are in great shape too, along with all the rest of the mounting hardware there for the fuel tank. I'm just trying to kind of look up and see if there's anything else to touch on that I may have missed that. And I don't think. You've got your one control arm up top here. Again, all your bushings and everything are all in great shape there as well. So that's pretty much the underside of our car, other than the floors. And the floors, as you kind of saw as we worked our way back, the floors are in great shape. I don't really see any patching or any holes. Your pinch welds along the side are in real nice condition. Like I said, just everything's there. All of your bracing and so forth on the floors. It is all the correct stamped steel, you know, metal flooring. So everything looks good underneath here from what I can see. So at this point, we will go ahead, let our car down off of the lift. We'll go ahead, open the hood up, and we'll fire that engine up. That way we get to hear what that motor sounds like.